welcome to the happy world of Avyakti Children Season 3, Day 30. So today we have our angel, Sister Tanishka and her family. And I would like to welcome her, and I would like to request Avyakti Parivar. I know today is late, but we would like to stay back for a few more minutes and we enjoy our children chit chat. They get encouraged with us, and also we get to learn so much to hear to them. So, welcome our little angel, Tanishka, and the family.
Om Shanti, Brother Eric and the Avyakti Parivar. I'm so excited and honored to be here. My name is Tanishka and I'm in 5th grade. These are my parents, Renuka and Rajesh. My mom's whole family has been in Gyan since childhood. So I'm very blessed to be Baba's child since I was born. So today I consider this a wonderful opportunity to interact with you and clarify some of my questions.
Well, I'll do my best, but I'm just a little master. And if I don't answer properly your question, I will note them down, and I will ask those questions to Muni Didi next time I can do chit chat with her. But you can try one question.
Okay, so my first question is that in school we have a lot of field trips and camps for 2 or more days, but I can't go on those trips because they don't allow food from home, and because we can't eat outside, I end up not going on those trips. But at the same time, I also miss a lot of learning that is taught during the camps and field trips. So what do I do?
Wow, this is a tricky question. I don't know if I can answer it publicly. I think it's, between your parents and you to decide the level of, commitment you can have. And if they cannot take, food from outside, maybe if you want to get the content of what's happening in those camps, maybe you can have good friends who can share with you, and take notes or share their experience afterwards. And you can just invite maybe a few friends afterwards and tell them, I couldn't be there and I couldn't attend, but you create your own little program where 2-3 people can come maybe and share with you what they enjoy the most, and you recreate an experience, maybe during lunch hour at school or at some point which is convenient. And that way you can feel you didn't lose everything. And, you just try to get the information sideways like that. Sometimes maybe you can see if they would allow you to attend at least for one full day. And then you can just have fruit, you can have special diet for one day and just fruits. And if they allow you for maybe not the full 2-3 days, maybe they can allow you for one full day. And during that day, you feel, oh, I'm in a special diet today. And you tell Baba, okay, fasting for one day is okay. And for me, it's no big deal. If one day you don't have full food, it's okay. You can have a special fruit diet, and they will serve fruits maybe. So I think you need to negotiate, and based on what your parents will allow in terms of how much you can take from outside as well. Sometimes they can serve just bread and some cheese and bread, and that could be acceptable as well. You are a sweet angel, so you're drishti to the bread and even bread and butter. Baba says 2 chapatis, that's all the body needs. So maybe you can attend, also there's different options to me. Either you attend and you have a very beautiful fast and you eat only what they give, which is simple, the fruit, maybe a little dessert that is very, very simple. And when you come home, after that, you will have enjoyed light mind, light stomach. Or if it's too much, then you just wait, and then you ask your friends to do a little workshop with you for some time. Is that possible?
Yes, brother. Thank you. So my next question was how to remain myself and not get influenced by others, like my friends. Like Baba always says in Murli, to be colored by Baba's color and not others' colors. So how do I do that? Because I tend to try to fit in with everyone. And so how do I do that?
Well, what I can tell from your questions and from the way you are sharing, I presume you are pretty bright and you are pretty determined. And I feel you are pretty clear on what you want, isn't it?
Yes.
To me, you're not confused. You're not, questioning whether you want to follow this path or that path, right? So you're clear on who you are. And
Yeah.
me, I would suggest that you just need to increase the faith in yourself. That, it's not how you can be not colored by the others, but it's more, having faith that you are coloring the others. They should be worried about becoming Brahmins. They should be worried about being colored by you. Why would others color you? I personally feel that you have enough clarity of mind already. I can see from your eyes, from your smile, you're very clear. You know what you are. You know who you are. So think of how, by having more faith in yourself, you don't have to question losing your colors. You are the rainbow. You are the one who is bringing colors. They don't have much color anyway to color you with. They're black and white. So you are the one with the color. So when you go and meet your friends, have maybe the feeling that you are the one who is bringing color to the group. And they like you as you are. One day, a friend of mine, BK friend, I was telling that friend that sometimes, I don't know if I can reveal myself as who I am really. I said, Eric, when you reveal yourself as you truly are, people will love you even more. So if you are who you really are, you don't have to be colored by others. You will color others and they will love you more. But this is based on how much faith you have in you. So you sit with Baba sometime and say, okay, well, I'm courageous. I know you made me who I am. So I have to trust. Baba doesn't make mistakes with colors. Sometimes they joke and they say, when God made human beings, he was trying different things, a bit of white, for white people, a bit of brown, a bit of yellow. My goodness, thank God he stopped and he didn't try with green and purple. Otherwise, we would have purple people and green people. So he colored you with the right colors. So you have the qualities given by Baba, you have the style by Baba, you would color other people.
Yes, of course, brother. Thank you. And my last question is that how to always remain calm whenever anything bad happens, because people might be rude to each other in school or mean, they might be mean to me or anything like that. So how do I remain calm during those situations? And if it happens to other people, how do I be a detached observer and not get involved in their conversation?
I would suggest you find yourself the magic mantra that would cancel everything negative or bad that could happen. In a sense, for me, I found a word, and I speak a bit slowly for translation, so minding our dear translators, but one word I really like, which one day came to my mind, and I think it was from Baba Murli. And to me, whenever something happened, I use the word, oh, it's interesting. It's not good. It's not bad. It's very interesting. So I've used that word a lot, and I've shared it many times, even at work. With people at work, I tell them, it's not good, it's not bad, but it's interesting. And so there's different degrees of interesting. Some little things will happen and say, oh, it's interesting. Some big thing will happen, you'll say, oh, this is very interesting. So, and if you say it's interesting, then you won't feel there's something bad happening. Because everything in drama is coming to test you a little bit, to see how do you react. Will you get nervous? Will you get scared? Will you get negative? So if you say it's interesting, it just makes everything neutral, and then it gives you time. So for me, my mantra is, oh, it's interesting. And then if it's a bit scary, I always have the thought, give me time, I'll think about it, and I'll tell you something later. So we don't have to say something right now. So if somebody tells you something and you're a little bit shocked, you say, oh, that's very interesting. Let me think about it, and I'll tell you what I think tomorrow. If this is not the right thought for you, then because I know you're pretty clear and bright inside, you may find your own word. It works like disarming a bomb. It's like a bomb is going to explode, but you remove the wire, oh, nothing happened. So you have to find the expression that for you works very, very well. And you may say, instead of interesting, you may prefer, it's wonderful. This is wonderful drama. Maybe it's better for you. Or maybe you would say, oh, there's a secret here. You have to find the word that for you works. And then you can tell us what you found.
Of course. Thank you so much, brother. I will definitely follow all of these things. And yeah, so.
I know we don't have so much time. I don't know if the parents want to share or if, time is a bit short tonight, but you are very, very wonderful sister, a wonderful angel. So I wish you very, very wonderful moments with your parents, with your family, of course, but in your school. And maybe the parents want to ask something.
Yes, brother. Thank you for this opportunity, and thank you, Baba. Brother, my question to you is like, Tanishka is a very disciplined child when it comes to Baba's Srimad, waking up in the morning for Amrit Vela or listening to Murli class or sharing the points. But sometimes, especially during the winter, she's quite lazy to wake up in the morning and even to wake up for the Murli class. So I push her to wake up. So is it right on my part to push her to wake up for Amrit Vela or for the Murli class?
Well, I think, again, it's a very tricky question to answer. Sometimes it's, like Baba says, case by case. It's not same for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have children, so I may not be the best person to give advice, on that field. What I heard from Baba often is starting with compromise a little bit, like a formula where it's not black and white right away. So we can push a little bit, but maybe negotiating spiritually, saying, how about maybe 2 mornings out of 5, or maybe 3 for the week. Let's see with Tanishka, because I have really the feeling she has something she can bring a solution to you as well. Ask her, do you feel I'm pushing too much?
Yeah, sometimes she feels guilty. So as you said, I'm a little lenient. So if she doesn't want to wake up, I say, okay, she can take rest. And then she wakes up and she asks me, why didn't you wake me up? Why didn't you ask? I
think you should negotiate together what would be a good arrangement, because it's not for every morning to be the same.
Right.
But maybe she should be given 1 or 2 mornings to really rest, because young bodies, the sleep pattern is not the same as older bodies.
Mhm.
And I'm not expert again, maybe it's not a good advice, but for me, I think angels can sleep in Baba's remembrance, sometime to really give rest to the body.
Mhm.
Like he was saying, we should not push the body too much.
Mhm.
So yes, discipline is good, following Shrimat is good, but sometimes let's try maybe 3 mornings, 4 mornings, and give one morning or two a little break. But when she wakes up, if she wakes up later,
Mhm.
still sit with Baba for a few minutes. I don't think Baba is forceful. He's very flexible. So, and in winter, it's quiet in the morning.
Thank you, brother. That is very
Like
helpful.
we want to be disciplined, but with lots of love. So, which line is broken? The line of love or the line of discipline? We should play with them together like this.
Right.
One day is love, one day is discipline, and she will be okay. And I'm sure Tanishka can come up with her own plan.
Right.
Yeah.
What plan she would feel comfortable with, and then you say, okay, in 2 months or in 1 month, we'll increase something or we'll adjust the plan.
Right.
I think Tanishka can be a good negotiator.
Yes.
Thank you so much, brother.
How about your father? Do you have any question?
Yes, brother. I have one question. This is specifically from one of the learnings from Baba's Murli. So Baba clearly says that we don't have any authority to typecast anyone and give them tags. I would just call out one of situations that I face at work where we're constantly when the performance reviews are happening at an annual level. There is a lot of tags given to people instead of focusing on their actual performance. There are questions on their capabilities beyond the skill set, and it just creates a kind of awkwardness for me to be in that conversation. I do share my thoughts and push back, but wanted to take and seek any tips from you to navigate through that awkwardness.
And the awkwardness is because you find that they are kind of giving too much pressure, or they are
they're more focused towards the individual and not their capabilities and skill sets. And they, like, for example, they would say, oh, this person will not improve in his performance for X, Y, and Z. So it is not basically on the performance on specific numbers. It's more on the person. And it creates kind of an awkwardness for me to have that conversation. So,
what I found at work is to try to bring the awareness of my colleagues around certain clear values. And, sometimes we get caught up at work with technicalities, management skills, attitude based on, praising or criticizing. But sometimes it's good to bring the concept in some people and asking them, what for you are important values to increase even productivity in the team? Because they may be focusing on productivity and efficiency. So you play that game a little bit, but what do you think the values should be beneath it? And if, let's say, they say respect, then you say, don't you think that we can increase respect by praising someone? So that encourages the person to perform better instead of pointing to the defect. So I would play around, but I would try to bring and raise the awareness of my colleagues around what values are really important. And when we kind of agree on certain values, I find it becomes very easy to suggest to them another way of doing. So they honor the value and it's, oh yeah, you're right. If you just try to argue on the basis of how they manage and what they say, it becomes a clash of ego. They will not accept. But if we go back to a set of values, then I find they start to think differently, because everyone is, favorable to values. no one wants to promote bad values at work.
Absolutely, brother. I think that's a great thought. Definitely, I will go ahead and implement this and strike a conversation through the values and then take the other route.
Yeah. So, it's important. I used to work in a newsroom, and the values are not very good very often. I used to sometimes when they argue, I say, whoa. Don't we have the value of integrity, in our work? Isn't that the most important value? Yes. So then looking back at the situation now from integrity point of view, what is the right attitude? And it was always creating a shift in the conversation. So I hope it works for you. Try it.
Thank you so much for sharing the examples. Yeah, I'll definitely implement it.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for being with us tonight. I think it's a beautiful family. And I always feel when I see someone like Tanishka and they say, the song, if you look at the creation, how beautiful is the creation? So how beautiful should be the creator? So if Tanishka seems to have all these qualities, I think the parents must have those qualities too. So congratulations for being such a beautiful bouquet. Baba must be very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your kind words.
But I don't know who is the child of who. Tanishka seems to me to be fairly clear. So maybe role sometimes. Maybe she's the parent sometimes to both of you.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Thank you. Lovely to see you tonight. Thank you. It's a gift.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure, brother. Thank you so much.
Baby Shanti to all of you.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.